All right, we're back on the porch. So if you follow me, if you're in my lives, you know I started recently taking a life coaching course where I'm getting certified to be a spiritual life coach. I'm very excited for this because I feel like it gives me structure to what I do, and I'm looking forward to working on this. Something I learned in my lesson today, that it's kind of like one of those things that you know, but when you hear it put a different way, it's like, oh. So the first thing I want to say is that we as human beings search for patterns. That's part of our DNA. It's part of our structure. That's something I learned in psychology years ago. We search for patterns. And the other thing I learned is that we look for things that are going to keep us in a pattern we have become comfortable with. It doesn't matter if that pattern is good for us, as long as it keeps us meeting our expectation of self. So for example, let's say you're someone who always feels like things, they're always dating the wrong person. I'm always dating the wrong person. I'm always dating the wrong person. I'm always dating the wrong person. Once you tell yourself this story enough, you create a pattern of thought. That pattern of thought then seeks out things to keep it steady, to keep that pattern steady. I hope I'm explaining this okay. So then what happens is when you start to break that pattern of behavior, I'm dating someone who's not good for me, and all of a sudden you start dating someone who might be good for you, because you are used to that pattern of behavior, you will find reasons to go back to it because that feels more stable. Regardless if it's good or bad for you, that pattern feels more stable than the idea of stepping outside of it. I don't feel like I'm explaining this very well, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. That even if it's not good for you, once you are set into a pattern, it is very hard to break because you as a human being are looking for patterns to stay stable, steady. So even if it's not good for you, as long as it's keeping you steady subconsciously, that is what you are seeking out. I mean, when I read that, I was like, it explains so much. Anyway, I'm really excited to learn this. I'm going to share stuff with you as we go, and I will be offering life coaching sessions once I get my certification. But what do you think?